The Nintendo DS is one of the most iconic handheld consoles of the 21st century. Its key feature being the fact that you can play whatever, whenever you want. I happen to have this Nintendo DSi lying around, so I decided to revisit it in 2020. So let's go. Hey guys, my name is Emmanuel, and here on this channel I upload tech videos which will mostly consist of smartphones and gaming consoles. So without further ado, let's start. So the original Nintendo DS was released back in September 20th, 2004, almost 16 years ago. This is what the original Nintendo DS looked like. It was way chunkier than its successors, the Nintendo DS Lite and DSi. One of the features that made the Nintendo DS stand out so much was its touchscreen and stylus or pen, whatever you want to call it. Enough about the DS, let's talk about the DSi. It's basically a more modernized version of the Nintendo DS. The only downside being they took out the Game Boy cartridge reader, but don't worry though. I will address a way to play Game Boy Advance games on a Nintendo DSi later on in the video, so make sure to watch till the end to find out how. The Nintendo DSi had the same huge, absolutely enormous, vast, immense library of games that the original Nintendo DS had. The DSi was released in 2008. 4 years after the DS and 2 years after the DS Lite, but it still managed to sell really well because of its game selection. So classic games like New Super Mario Bros, Mario Kart DS, The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass, Animal Crossing Wild World, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Super Mario 64 DS and Sonic Rush, to name a few, are definitely a huge reason to buy this handheld console. The more modern looking UI on the DSi is also a huge improvement to the flat and boring UI on the Nintendo DS and DS Lite. It gave it a fresh new look, and just navigating through to get to your game felt pleasant because of the satisfying animations. The settings on the DSi were also a lot deeper, allowing you to change a lot more things you couldn't on its two predecessors. Another huge difference that they added was a camera app. Yes, there is a rear-facing and selfie camera on the DSi. Mind you though, they're both only 0.3 megapixels, but they're still there nevertheless. The battery for me anyways is pretty mediocre, but that's mainly because it's never been replaced, so it's definitely deteriorated since 2008. I've read that it can last up to 14 hours with a healthy battery depending on what brightness you use it at. On the inside, the Nintendo DSi is working with not one, but two ARM architecture CPUs. One being an ARM 9 clocked at 133 MHz and one is an ARM 7 clocked at just 33 MHz. It's got 4 times the RAM as previous models, 16 MB, and both screen resolutions are 256 by 192 pixels. I can go on and on about the positives, but let's just stop here for a second and talk about the cons of this device, or more like the con of this device. The L and R triggers, or paddles, whatever you want to call them. They just decide to stop working at any given date without much of a reason. I found that cleaning the button switches from the inside with some alcohol helps, but that only managed to fix my left trigger. Who knows, maybe I just didn't clean the right one well enough, who knows. But either way, this is the most frustrating thing that can happen with a DS pretty much. So if you want me to make a detailed video on how to take apart a DSi and clean the trigger switches, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll happily make that video. Also, I apologize for the dog barking in the background. I really can't do anything about that since it's not my dog, so yeah, sorry. But anyways, I did say at the start of the video that I would address how to play Game Boy games on the Nintendo DSi. So as promised, I will address that now. The answer is jailbreak, or in other terms, custom firmware. Yes folks, jailbreaking your DS will not only allow you to install Game Boy games to your DSi, but it also allows you to install DS games. And the best part is you can install them for free, okay? And jailbreaking is also free. My DSi is running on the Haya custom firmware and it's working great. If you would like me to make a detailed video on how to jailbreak your DSi, again, just comment down below and I'll be sure to deliver. So would I recommend buying a DSi in 2020? Of course. With its cheap second-hand price, you can't go wrong. Just make sure everything is working, especially the SD card reader, because that's your key to jailbreaking, and the left and right triggers, of course. If that's all good, then yes, I give you the green light. It's still perfect for gaming in 2020, and probably still will be for the coming years. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and maybe subscribe. And if you didn't, you know what to do. But at the end of the day, thanks for watching and have a great day.